24/7, gotta get it.
It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight, and I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon, but now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
The Mavericks look to take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. The Suns will end the road trip here before heading back to Phoenix. Anderson comes in for Dirk Nowitzki, and Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Henry Sims comes in for Markieff Morris. Allen's checked in for Sonny Weems. And Knight subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Allen in at shooting guard. P.J. Tucker is out there with Henry Sims. Then there's Len, and it's Knight in at the 1 spot. Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
It's Allen with the drive, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Right. And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Mavericks making a switch here. Harris is checked in, and the Suns making a change here as well. Booker's checked in. Barea with it. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Matthews, no one around him. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews.
Substitution for the Mavs. Dirk Nowitzki.
Nowitzki a screen. Harris passes to Nowitzki. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
Kevin, he said the one thing they were able to do very well in their first 2 meetings was keep the defense guessing. He told me, we like to show them different looks down the court each time we see them, and they can never get set up. It's a big part of the 2 wins we have against them. Let's see if they can make it 3 with the same strategy.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And getting good shots, guys. Creating those quality opportunities is something Coach hopes to see here early on.
And, you know, it's really something every coach wants to see, but I know where he's coming from. I mean, they've got to be smart with their shot selection if they hope to win this game.
And, you know, guys, getting that good shot selection is going to depend on their ball and player movement. I mean, they have to be free-flowing, not stagnant.
That doesn't go either for Allen. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Barea with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Now here's Barea. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the basket by Nowitzki.
Really well done there, just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Knight. Sims in the corner. Back to Knight. The three. And he gets it to go. Knight's got himself on the board with 3 there. Knight. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say.
Give it up.
The biggest difference is endurance, both mentally and physically. The college season is what, 30, 40 games max? That's not even halfway through an NBA season. Plus, you're playing against the best talent every night. I'm just trying to put in work, get in the gym, study film, and prepare myself for each and every game.
Let's take them back.
Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Allen, he's in the Barea. Mavericks leading by 12. And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Phoenix has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Knight. Off the left rim and out. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against New York.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
Dallas has gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. They set the pick. Here's Villanueva. It's good from long range. Villanueva's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Knight, that's a two-pointer. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the pass to Anderson. It's Knight with the drive. It's Allen on the wing. Lets it go. It's rebounded by Dallas. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
And so that brings the first half to a close.
Well, Brandon, tell us a bit about...
right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Eric Bledsoe really a different look for Dallas. Harris comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Some changes for Phoenix. We've got Matthews. Devin Harris is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Pachulia in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And let's check out the stats for Harris. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Pachulia. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks made a big difference. He ended with 7 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. This was a big win for him and his team as they snap a losing streak with that win, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance. Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Suns trail by 13. One thing that can be said for Dirk is that he has been incredible in terms of an ambassador for the game. We know he's a Hall of Fame player, but what he's done off the floor and just everything for the European player coming into this league has been groundbreaking.
And Kevin, for me, he was an inspiration. I mean, he really opened the doors for a lot of European players to come over, and not just come over, but to be impactful. As you mentioned, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that really has set the stage for this infusion of making our game truly global.
And you think about Dirk's impact, certainly the
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Allen in at point guard. Henry Sims out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Williams. So we see the Mavericks get the win here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody.